Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 9.
Listen, subscribe, like, share, comment. One shout out before we move on. Shout out to Pretty Real TV. We seen your comment last week. Big respect to you. She is one of the few people that I know of and that my wife know of that actually reviewed this show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely respect to you and all, blessings and everything that comes to your channel and things of that nature. Check her reviews out as well. Blair, you ready?
I'm ready.
Walk us through this.
Janelle is going to talk to Meri.
Mm-hmm.
They are not close, and they never really had a close relationship. They just kind of made it work when they were in the family together.
Okay.
Janelle spoke with Kody, and it sounded like there would be issues with getting the property paid off. This is what she's telling Meri.
Yeah.
She knows Meri, this is what she's saying before she sees Meri.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows Meri is an adult, but for her own conscience, she wants to alert Meri about what's going on with Coyote Pass. That if they do not pay, they could lose everything. And Meri has never really been the one to track finances in the family.
Now, I just want to put a stop right here for a second, right? Mm-hmm. They are sitting down, and I'm sure we're going to have more scenes of Janelle and Meri going into detail about what they're going to talk about, right? Mm-hmm. But just the fact that she said, just to clear my own conscience, I'm going to go talk to Meri.
Yeah.
Based on the confessionals that we've seen, based on the episodes that we've seen last season, it is very clear that almost none of the other sister wives are close with Meri or even have any type of social relationship with Meri.
Not at all.
This is almost like a business trip.
Yeah.
This is almost like, hey, so I find it very interesting that, Janelle is willing to do this. What was your thoughts when you saw like Janelle going to talk to Meri about, hey, I got to give you some updates about this land?
I feel like it just shows the character of Janelle as a person.
Yeah.
Like she, especially because she put so much of her resources and her finances into the family to the point where the only thing she has to her name, which she doesn't really have to her name, is an apartment or the RV that she had at one point.
That is true.
So I think that Janelle just knows how much putting into the family and being put in a bind to where she really only has this land that is probably slipping through her fingers at this moment. That I think that she doesn't want to see Meri in the same position.
Facts.
So I just thought, yeah, Janelle, that's very considerate and thoughtful of you to warn Meri, especially because you don't want her to deal with some of the same things that you're dealing with.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's keep going.
We see just a small clip of Kody having Robyn's kids help him shovel the snow. Apparently they got 8 feet of snow. So the kids are helping out, moving things. And apparently one of the kids hit the car. Yeah. And Kody said that he's trying not to get angry so that the kids can enjoy his company.
Listen here. He just hit the car, man. Listen, if you want kids to shovel your car out, there is a potential chance that they may hit the car.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? But, a little nice scene besides Kody being angry and things like that. It was a nice scene to see.
Yeah. Now we get deeper into the conversation with Meri and Janelle.
Teach us.
Meri tells Janelle that she is moving to Parawan. Janelle thought it's about time.
Yeah.
She figures Meri is pretty much loyal to a fault. She even gives an example of a dog just coming back to its owner, keep coming back.
I wish you would have thought of another example, Janelle. Because she said, I'm not trying to call her a dog. I said, well, don't. You get what I'm saying? Okay.
So Janelle says that she and Kody have officially said that it's not working and she's at peace with this decision.
Yeah.
They both think that things are kind of weird, just the situation of how everything's played out with the family, but it's not necessarily bad. Meri does wish things with the family would have went differently.
Okay.
Janelle brings up Coyote Pass and that their payment is due in 75 days.
Okay.
If they don't pay it, then it can be taken away. All the land will be taken away from them.
Okay.
I think including the money that they put into it so far.
Okay, now tell us how Meri feel.
Meri's not worried about it.
Stop right there. She is procrastinating with something that is urgent, such as her estate.
Yeah.
Such as her resources, such as basically her life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And she's not worried about it. Mind you, this is not Meri having a conversation with Kody. We seen what conversation they had.
Yeah.
Right? No, this is Janelle going out her way to go talk to Meri.
To warn her, really.
To basically be like, hey, I'm just letting you know, there's a chance that not only that we may lose the land, but even if we keep the land, that you may not be able to get your share and things of that nature. Let's keep going.
Janelle says that Kody has kept saying that he does not have the money to pay the land off. And Meri says, well, I know like over the years we've had other bills and things. And Janelle makes it clear that we would have had the money to pay it off if it was prioritized. Yeah. Meri always thought that Janelle was the one taking care of the family finances. And Janelle says she was just the bookkeeper. She was not making no decisions about where the money was going. She was recording Kody's decisions.
Okay.
She suggests that Meri protect her interests. Meri is owed 1/4 of the land.
Yeah.
Meri doesn't see the need for protection. She thinks that they have each other's back, but Janelle does not think that they do. Meri just doesn't believe that Kody and Robyn would want to take all of the land for themselves.
Okay.
Janelle, and then Meri asks, well, you're talking about protection. Are you going to have my back? Janelle says that she will have Meri's back, but this is her entire estate.
But what do you call this meeting?
Like, this is your estate,
exactly.
Meri. She tells her she should be aware of what's going on. Meri is entitled to her quarter piece of the land.
Yeah.
The quarter piece that she has is already split up between Janelle, Kody, and Robyn and Meri. So if it's sold, there's a chance that Meri won't get her quarter piece as far as the land or even the money for it. If, you know, I'm trying to understand what's going on as well.
You ain't got to understand. Just repeat what was told to us.
Janelle just wants to make sure what Meri is getting is fair. Meri says that Kody has always been creative with finances. Sometimes in a big family, you do find yourself in a bind and you end up robbing Peter to pay Paul. But she thinks that everyone in the family has different opinions about the family and how things are regarding finances. And she just doesn't want to take sides.
I hear you, Meri.
Meri tells Janelle that she's not concerned about it. She doesn't expect Kody to take care of her, but she expects him to be a gentleman and to be fair.
To be a gentleman and to be fair. This is the guy that was about to put you in a barn with his cars below you.
Tell it.
No.
Tell it.
With his cars below you in a barn. Let's keep going.
Janelle tells Meri that she feels the need to protect herself, and you know, it's just kind of the logical thing to do.
She just called you stupid.
And Meri tells Janelle that she's sorry that Janelle feels this way.
Yeah.
Janelle doesn't trust Meri not to report this information back to Kody, but she warned her it's off her conscience, and Meri is grown and can do what she wants with the information.
Listen, usually I let my wife go first, but I have to go first this time because I have to address the people who watch the show with us, who go on and they keep telling us that, guess what, Kody been playing Meri, and that, you know, Kody never told Meri how he really felt about her and things of that nature, when he basically told us, but he never told her. I think Meri knew how Kody felt about her by his actions or non-actions, whichever one you want to say, right? And just the fact of just, I really don't care what you do, by you just being a third wheel. Janelle told her verbatim that, hey, you need to protect yourself. I'm coming here. I'm trying to clear my conscience because, Meri, you know, I know we don't really have this sister.
Yeah, we're not friends.
We're not friends. You get what I'm saying? It's been a year since we've seen each other, and basically that's probably the last time we had to film. You get what I'm saying? But I'm coming here to basically let you know that you need to protect yourself. And your response to me is, why do I need to feel the need to protect myself? Like, I believe Kody will be a gentleman and fair. So that tells me everything that I need to know, or basically that lets me know everything that when it came to your marriage with Kody, with your relationship, you seen the signs.
Yeah.
You seen the red flags. You seen, like, basically, like, it was not going to work, and you stayed there.
You decided to ignore it.
Exactly. So basically, guess what Meri gonna do? She's gonna stay where she is, and she gotta learn the hard way, such as, I'm borrowing your sign a little bit, right? She has to learn the hard way, and then she's gonna play victim.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? When Janelle was sent to you, and you can't even say she was sent to you as a friend, because Janelle made it very clear that we ain't really like that. You get what I'm saying? What is your thoughts on this scene?
Yeah. My sign says it all. Some people have to learn the hard way. I think that Janelle did the right thing by going to her and telling her, as a previous family member and somebody who they own this or want to own this land together, going into this business venture in a way. And she is telling her, hey, the stakes are pretty high and they are not looking very good right now. So you need to kind of wrap your mind around what it is that you want to do. This is the stance that I'm taking because I think this is the most logical way to protect myself and my assets, especially since I'm no longer attached to the family. Meri, you should consider the same.
Yeah.
But Meri is refusing to consider anything.
No,
she's saying weird. That she doesn't care. She is sorry, Janelle, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
What?
Like, okay, I'm gonna go home. I don't know why I came.
But it's weird.
But my thing is that I don't know how Meri expects Kody to be a gentleman and to be fair when he was not that way in his relationship.
Yes.
Period. Like, Kody is not a fair man. Okay.
No.
He is not a gentlemanly man. And even when you guys were still married, he made a decision to not visit you and not to go to your house because according to him, y'all was pretty much over without saying y'all was over.
Yeah.
So for her to put this type of character on Kody that he hasn't even shown himself to be is crazy, that she thinks that he will do that when it comes to land and money. It's like you said, she sees it, but clearly it's not important to her. She wants to live in the delusion of what she believes people are instead of what they have shown themselves to be.
It's crazy. It's crazy because Kody literally described her as the wrong person. He said, I married the wrong person. Someone who he's been married to the longest, the first wife, right? Yeah, I married the wrong person. You get what I'm saying? So it just shows really the contrast and just how different, like, the conversation Kody had with Meri compared to the conversation Kody had with Janelle. Right, Kody over there talking to Janelle as if he want that old thing back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Have we really ever talked about us? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when he talks to Meri, like, have we ever talked about us? Meri, please. You went to the church. You're not my wife. I'm just here to help you, and I gotta go. Okay. Yeah. So it's very, and now I may be jumping to conclusions, but I think this actually shows me, at least personally, of like personality wise, of why they don't like Meri. Because it's like you can't, like,
it's like talking to a brick wall.
Yes,
is what it feels like.
And then she will be so, you can have all the information that can help them, but she will be so stubbornly confident and be like, well, nah, I don't need to protect myself. Like, and she's like, why do I need to protect myself? Like, what do you know? Janelle's like, everything. like
listen to me.
Kody talks to me. Kody answers my phone calls. Like, we just had dinner and things like that, lunch. He want that old thing back. And with Meri, it's like, well, I feel like he'll be a gentleman and fair. Whoa.
When has he ever been that?
To you specifically.
You. Exactly.
Let's keep going.
Now we see Christine and David. They are going house shopping. Yeah. They are ready to move in together.
Yeah.
They want a house that's big enough for all the kids to hang out, but not to live in. David knew on his second date that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with her. At this point in the show, they are not even engaged yet, but they are house hunting.
Yeah.
They talk about sharing sinks, in which David says, well, you can have the sink space. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. And Christine says, no, like, you're going to have your space and we'll just figure out which sink works best for you. So it really is a collaborative effort of Christine trying to hear where David's coming from so they can create this life and this lifestyle to where they both can enjoy it.
I understand.
In Vegas, Christine talks about how she picked out everything, but she's slowing down and asking David his opinions. Now it's a real partnership when it comes to picking out a home.
Yeah, she's doing that, comparing how it was with Kody.
Yeah.
To now with David. And you gotta understand something. With Kody, you was coming into him already having 2 wives. So like, just the joy of even like, hey, we gonna go picking a house and things like that, you didn't have his full attention, even though you was the newer wife, right? Compared to David. Now this is why it's weird to me. Even though we know in real time that they got married, we saw the special, we reviewed the special, I do find it strange that y'all not engaged but y'all picking houses.
Yeah.
What? You get what I'm saying? And I feel like, personally, that the reason why she's moving so fast, and he probably don't have no problem with it because he said he's been around polygamy even though he's not polygamous himself. The reason why I feel like she's moving so fast, she's in a rush. She's in a big rush to basically prove Kody wrong and to prove her happiness. You get what I'm saying? Look at that. Look, I got a man and we shopping houses. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Y'all not even engaged. You get what I'm saying? Let's keep going unless you got something to add to that.
Nothing really to add to that.
Okay, let's keep going.
House 2. So they love the spaciousness of the kitchen and the layout. With Kody, she says that, you know, he wasn't even there to pick out the colors.
Okay.
Kody, we see a confessional of him chiming in that he was very involved with the design and the layout of the house that him and Christine chose in Vegas. But Christine counters that by saying that she later found out how much Kody was involved in Robyn's home, and it was pretty much no comparison in how he was involved in picking her home.
Comparison is the thief of joy, Christine.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say to that. Comparison's the thief of joy.
For me, when it comes to Kody and Christine, like, I really have to go back and watch the old episodes to see what happened, because they both have a way of warping the past, and they both have a way of turning things to where it makes them look like the other person is the bad guy in the situation. And I do think that Kody was probably definitely more invested in what was going on with Robyn. But if they were together in a decent space, I just can't see Kody not having any say in what was going on in Christine's house at all. Like, that just sounds like very far-fetched, because Kody, the things that I remember from previous seasons is he's very much a delegator, tell you what to do. This is how we're going to pack up the truck. This is, you know, we need to do things in this way. So for him to be completely hands off is a little, Christine, I think you might be rewriting the past just a little bit. And
I just want to give her a little bail to get her out of jail. Okay. Just a little bit, right? We know the motto of this show, on this show, is Kody is your fault. Yes. Right? So by me actually, or my wife questioning Kody or questioning Christine's like story to see if she remember it correctly, it's not us trying to absolve Kody of any blame. No. Kody, we see how you was with Christine. Yeah. Like come on, stop it. You get what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, we want to know how you felt in the moment compared to you looking back and you kind of having that revisionist history of like, you know what, he really was not that involved. No. He was involved, but you comparing it to Robyn, and now it's making it seem like, you know what, he really was never that involved compared to Robyn. Comparison's the thief of joy. Right. And I feel like she is really forcing, and she could be really happy, but she's trying to expedite this relationship and expedite her basically like, guess what, Kody? I'm not with you, and I'm not going to be alone. Matter of fact, here's David. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
So we moved to house 3. What they really wanted was a 3-car garage. So this house is what they were looking for when it comes to that. But once they get inside, the kitchen's kind of small. She doesn't really like the colors in the house. So she says, honestly, this is a no for me, but she does still ask David what he thinks, and he's in agreement. Yeah. They are combining 2 lives and figuring out what they want together. They keep saying how they aren't necessarily moving fast, but they just hit a flow and they're just going with the flow.
No, you're house shopping.
She talks about how she has entered monogamy and calls it a secure life.
Okay. like I said, like truth be told, Kody over here talking about he married the wrong one when it came to Meri, but really he married the wrong one with Christine. Yeah. Christine got married to a polygamous family or a polygamous marriage with Kody as a monogamous mindset. Yeah. She wanted to be the favorite wife. She wanted to be like, okay, you could go be with your other sister wives, but make sure that I'm the Robyn of the sister wives and things like that. But once Robyn was the Robyn of the sister wives, then all of a sudden, I'm not secure, I'm not happy and things like that. And truth be told, like I said, Kody contributed to it. But as we know about any relationship, it takes 2. Yeah, as it takes 2 on the show. It takes 2. Christine definitely plays some parts. They're like, yo, you wasn't happy to be you wasn't easy to be around. Okay, like let's stop trying to make it seem like you was waiting on me hand and foot. Every decision I wanted to make, or every time I wanted to plan something, who was the first mouth that always had something in opposition to say every time I wanted to plan something? Yeah, it was Christine every time. Yeah, and now I got to spend 20 minutes of defending my point with Christine because Christine was headstrong just as Kody. You get what I'm saying? So with her, she just in a prove it to Kody mode right now. That guess what? We house shopping. It's a secure life. And you know what? I'm happy for her. You get what I'm saying?
For me, I don't get why they keep saying that they're not necessarily moving fast. Like they just kind of hit their flow and y'all are moving at lightning speed. Yeah, lightning speed. Like this is lightning speed. Y'all are moving extremely fast. And I guess I had a question for you and the viewers. If this is something that you would consider as far as reasonable for moving this fast. So I think they're both in their 50s. Okay. They both have grown kids. They have grandkids. David pretty much, you know, he did raise his children by himself because his wife passed. Just that information alone, does that give you kind of more leeway or grace for the fact of how fast they're moving? Or do you think that she still needs to figure out more about who he is as a person? Because I will say, to know that somebody has raised all these children by themselves, they were loyal to their wife until the end, and all this type of stuff, it does put him in a good light to say, hey, why not? I'm 50 something years old. I'm not getting no younger.
I have no problem with that. My thing is yes and no to like your answer, right?
Okay.
You can move. The older you get, the older you get, the shorter you're going to date somebody if you still want to marry at that old age. So compared to you being in your 20s, you can date for 7 years, even 10 years. So I know some people won't like that, but I can start a relationship at 20 years old and decide to get married at 30 years old if she decides to stay with me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Compared to me being 50 and dating for 10 years. It's like, okay, I know when I know. So I have no problem with them even getting married months after them dating and things like that. They are house shopping before being engaged.
That's a lot to me.
like,
at least get engaged first.
Like that's what I'm saying. My thing is with Christine, and truth be told, I kind of respect her for it, but I'm kind of hesitant because I'm like, for you to come out of the life that you just had, you are really just jumping, skydiving into this like a faith fall, basically. And I'm like, you know what? I respect you just jumping right in, but I'm like, you kind of have some blind spots, in my opinion, because in my opinion, I think she's trying to prove that she is happier, for one, in a monogamous relationship compared to polygamy. So she got that as her engine. Number two, she has, I'm happy without Kody.
Yeah.
Right? Also, you got to also understand that she also was trying to talk to Janelle, basically like, you know what? Get out of polygamy, basically. So she feels like the burden is on her that she put on herself, that she has to be basically that beacon of light for not only herself, but for her sister wives, not Meri, right? And not Robyn, so just Janelle. That basically like there's happiness on the other side. As we're going to see that when she hugs and talks to Meri at the party in like a couple scenes down there. So I think she's putting a lot of pressure on herself to basically expedite this process and just move on to being, you know what, I'm secure in this monogamous life.
And if I can add to your list, spite. I think spite is just a huge motivator for her as well. Like, she wants Kody to know that I'm done with you. My life goes on and my life is better now that I'm not in a relationship with you and I'm no longer tied to you.
You're right.
And honestly, that's a double-edged sword. I think in a way it could push you to higher heights and greater experiences because you're not so attached and to the old thing. You're able to experience life in the fullness that you want to.
You're right.
But at the same time, you might find yourself in situations or experiences with people because you're letting spite drive you instead of actually being cautious with the way that you're moving and actually making sure that you're in a safe environment. She calls monogamy a secure life. And that's not monogamy. Maybe compared to polygamy, yes, but there are still monogamous relationships that you might not that get divorced that you might not want to be a part of. So I think that she's just so excited to be away from polygamy that she's in monogamy and she's like, oh, I can finally rest. But it's just kind of like, you still got to get to know him. You still have to build this relationship and make sure that you guys are going to last the lifetime that you want to. So that's my only pause with Christine is that when you're driven by spite and anger and just wanting to prove somebody wrong, it's great, but you might crash out at the same time. So,
and even to your point, if you can survive Kody, she might can survive anything.
Yeah. So she might just feel like I'm resilient. I'll do whatever and I'm gonna live.
She proved it.
Right.
She is resilient. Yeah. So like to her, she like, David, whatever flaw you think you got, trust me, I was with the devil himself. Okay. And guess what? That's not me calling the devil. Kody said it himself this season. He said, I might as well just be that devil they call me. I'm like, so to her, she's like, this is easy compared to what I came out of, you know?
So the family is hanging out for the weekend. It is Gwendlyn's bridal shower.
Yeah.
She is getting married to a woman. Janelle's kids are there. Christine's there. And Christine talks about how Gwendlyn came out. It really wasn't a big deal. She kind of felt like Gwendlyn wasn't hiding it very well anyway.
Yeah.
Kody said that he was fine with Gwendlyn coming out. He had a sense of God telling him that as God will judge. Kody, you need to love your child.
No, just love this child? So just love this child.
Well, I guess just about the gay thing. I guess when it comes to betrayal, it means you don't got to love your kids no more.
I'm just saying, okay.
Perceived betrayal.
Okay, you love Gwendlyn because she's gay.
Uh-huh.
Respect, right? What about your other sons, your other daughters? You get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, Kody could definitely, he's so wide mouth, he's talking out of both sides of his mouth, right? Like, if somebody was to hear you say that quote and not know any backstory on you, they would say that's a great father right there.
Yeah.
Because he's loving his daughter despite whatever he may grew up religious wise and things of that nature. But we know Kody. Mm-hmm. And guess what? It's good that you love Gwendlyn, but at the same time, you're falling short on all the other children that's not part of your life.
Yeah. So David talks about how he paid to get on a dating site. He's talking to, I believe he's talking to Gabe, and that's where he met Christine.
Okay.
David is 9 years older than Christine, and Gwendlyn was making faces like, oh my gosh, you're so much older, or whatever the case may be. But Christine's like, he fine for me, girl. Aspen thinks that they are rushing. Aspen seems to be, because we're getting more confessionals of Aspen, and Aspen seems to be very hesitant about this relationship. She wants her mom to be happy, but it is moving at lightning speed, and she's wondering why the rush. Yeah. Janelle says that Christine has always been a romantic, so for her kind of falling in love and having this fairy tale is not shocking to Janelle.
Now, the thing that's funny about this, I respect to Gwendlyn and her engagement party, but that engagement party was weird as I don't know what. If that was my daughter, I'd be like, listen here, man. I come when the tattoo artist gone. Okay. Because I don't just want to sit down and watch you get a tattoo. Yeah. And stuff like that. And so like I felt like it fitted maybe her personality, but it felt more like a frat party more than like an engagement party. It felt really young and not something that's going to, like, you know, adults is in the room with kids and we just go watch you get tattoos. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, everybody could get tattoos,
but I don't want a tattoo.
I might get something. Okay. So Kody and Robyn were invited to Gwendlyn's engagement party, so they are going. Yeah. One of the kids told Kody that Christine's new boyfriend will be there, so he's like just kind of trying to prep himself mentally. Meri is coming as well. Okay. Christine is annoyed that it's Gwendlyn's day, but a lot of the focus is going to be on Kody and Robyn until they show up. Yeah. Meri talks about she was not going to tuck her head down and walk in behind Kody and Robyn. She was going to walk in and be the single woman that she is. So she walked in first, and then they walked in behind her.
If that's the case, how come you just didn't show up earlier by yourself?
Exactly.
It gave off that we all rode together.
It did.
Like that's why I don't know where Meri head be at, but I hear you.
Yeah. Aspen, she does talk about that she had talked to her dad probably a couple weeks ago, and it's just hard to stay connected as everyone's getting older and they have their own lives. But she says that the families are broken apart by the mothers at this point, and it's really up to the children to work on the relationships that they have with the people in the family. And I want to say that
I don't agree with that.
I partly agree with that. Partly agree with that because as you get older, the mantle changes from your parents being the one to plan the events, the cookouts, the family gatherings. And as you become older, you need to step in to make sure that you have strong bonds with your family members. I
agree with that, yes.
So I think that is a huge thing for Aspen to acknowledge, that although dad has his ways, I'm still an adult, and it's up to me to stay connected to the family members that I want to be connected to. So I think that is a little bit of a good mindset as far as trying to meet halfway. I still think that Kody is your fault and you need to go above and beyond for your children no matter the age. Yeah. But I respect the fact that Aspen has the mindset of coming halfway so that way they can keep a familial bond going. So yeah.
But the reason why I agree with what you're saying,
but not this situation.
Not this situation, because we see the behind the scenes of Kody's intention. Yeah. And his heart not pure when it comes to his kids. Yeah. Like, he's not as forgiving. He used the word betrayal when it comes to kids that bear his name. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, last season, I definitely put the blame on Janelle's kids partially as well. Because, listen here, as a man, you don't want your grown teenage kids or early teenage, not teenage, young adult kids disrespecting you as a man, right? But at the end of the day, the problem that I have with Kody is that he played victim too much. And I'm like, you're too big for your age to be playing victim, especially when it comes to your kids.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the kids should play victim and say, Daddy didn't plan a day out with us. Daddy didn't. I'm not saying that they should do that. So from Aspen's perspective, I agree. But we're dealing with Kody, who's intentionally playing victim, who's intentionally don't want to put in the effort. And when I say the effort, as in try again. Go and see them.
And even putting up barriers of saying, well, you guys got to apologize to Robyn first. Y'all got to do this. Y'all got to do that first. And it's just like, yeah, you're not even trying to get to the halfway point.
And Robyn even had to tell you, like, listen, let them talk to me about, like, don't mention me when you're talking about your relationship with your kids and things like that. So I think with any other father aspect, I agree. But we see how Kody feels. And, like, I just feel like Kody needs to take more steps than he's actually thinking he's taking or saying that he's taking. You get what I'm saying?
So Gwendlyn gets a tattoo at the party. Kody says that he has a phobia, but Christine says that tattoos used to physically repulse him. So she wanted somebody totally opposite of Kody. She wanted somebody bald with tattoos that rode motorcycles, and that's what she has in David.
Matter of fact, do you want to see my tattoo? I'm like, okay, please lift up your shirt, okay?
Meri says that she and Christine talking is just them being on their best behavior. She did meet David, and she felt that he seemed a bit nervous to meet her. Meri thinks that seeing Christine with someone else is weird, but it's going to be weird for all of them since they've all only been with Kody. Yeah, it is the next step within their family structure.
Listen here, this is just more in-depth view of what everybody feel about Meri. They just like, this is just us on our best behavior. We don't rock with each other, especially when we saw that reunion. Was it a reunion, or was it? I think it's more like tell-all. Yeah. To where Christine exposed some intimate information that Meri felt like she didn't have the right to say. I wish I can remember what it was specifically, but I remember Meri be like, she had no right to like let that out, to tell y'all. So
it wasn't her story to tell.
Yeah, it wasn't her story to tell. So Meri and Christine are definitely, like, put like this: Meri and Janelle are associates. Right. You get what I'm saying? Meri and Christine are enemies. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Christine and David, they get matching Celtic signs for new beginnings. Meri jokes that she'll tattoo all the guys' names that she dates on her leg. Okay. I'm just like, that was shots at Christine. So Meri alludes to Christine about the divorce with Kody. Christine gives her a hug and tells her, you know, isn't it better on the other side? It's better on the other side. Meri's not quite there yet. And Christine, she is loving being divorced and being in a new relationship, but she can also recognize that Meri isn't there. Yeah. Meri is still figuring out what that other side is and what that means to her in her life.
Dude, you feel like that hug was genuine?
I actually did.
Me too.
I felt it was genuine. I felt it was like, we've been through a lot. Yeah. Just as a family unit, and things are not the way that it used to be, but I see you, and it's hard to change, but not necessarily I'm here for you, but I see you. I see you, and I'll hug you for that.
Yeah. I thought that was probably the most genuine I've seen Christine be in a while towards Meri.
It was nice.
Yeah, because I really do think it's more like, I know Robyn, for some reason, when Robyn says, I just want to sit on the porch with my sister wives, it may feel real to her, but it don't come off real to me. Yeah. Right? It feels like, yeah, I understand, Robyn, but you don't have enough like war wounds for me to be saying this, right? To really feel sad about the dynamic of this whole unit. To see Meri and Christine kind of share a embrace, it kind of made me go like, dag, like what they really had is gone. Yeah. And if they was to say, like, the life I have is not what I expected it, I can feel that, because I could be like, Meri been through it all because she's the first wife. Christine been through it all because Kody probably been the most mean to her probably after Meri. You get what I'm saying? Well, Meri, put it like this: Meri, he just ignored her. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But Christine, he definitely was like mean. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I felt like it was a genuine moment for them with that embrace. Yeah. But we ain't friends, girl.
So Kody is feeling more cautious when it comes to being around the family. Yeah. He says that he's here with his shy and pretty wife, but she's not shy with him. They have a really special bond. Robyn made a comment, I guess, when they found out that David was going to be at the party, and she said to Kody, well, what if he's like a good looking hunk? And Kody said, well, I got you. I'm just like, okay, y'all, that's that competition thing that that Christine and Kody, they let me continue because I see Christine doing it in the moment as well.
Oh, no. I see it all. Yeah. I saw it all. I saw it all. Go ahead.
So Christine introduces David to Robyn and Kody. At this point in time, they have been dating for 1.5 months.
And we house shopping, y'all.
Yeah. So Mykelti brings up that David had babysat the kids while they were out getting pedicures. And David shares that he's used to kids. He has 8 kids, 10 grandkids. He's used to these big gatherings and taking care of kids. So it's not really a huge deal for him. Both David and Christine said Kody got red when Mykelti mentioned that he babysat.
I didn't see it.
They were just like, yeah, he seemed like he wasn't cool with that. Kody thought it was weird that David was making more eye contact with Robyn rather than him. And I think it was Aspen who said that, David, Christine, and Kody are going to have to get on the same page because Truly is still a minor and Christine is still raising her. Yeah. So they're going to have some type of co-parent understanding when it comes to Truly. Kody says that David is clearly not just a boyfriend. There's something more there, like the way that Christine is swinging off of him and, laying all over him. It didn't bother him, but he could tell that this seems like a serious situation. Yeah. Robyn says that it's hard for her to say that this is Christine's boyfriend just because of how the family was. It's just odd. David noticed that Kody got red again when Christine put her head on David's shoulder. Kody just finds that the whole moment interaction was just very cringy.
Maybe.
Christine says that David did well. He's still here. They are going to be looking for some more houses. He will propose someday, but she will not be inviting Kody and Robyn to her wedding.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say that I think Christine and Kody do have this tit for tat thing that they do as far as, I don't know if they're trying to get a rise out of each other, but just to be like, I'm fine. I'm happy without you. I'm good. And Kody, when he was talking to Robyn, like, I got you. So it really don't matter what Christine got going on. When clearly Kody is still deeply hurt about Christine moving on. Yeah. And then Christine laying on all over David and, swinging off of his arm and all this type of stuff. Like Christine, I don't know if that's her personality necessarily, but it just seems like she puts on a lot.
Oh yeah, she definitely did.
She puts on a lot, and she could be very happy, and she doesn't have to hold back her love for David, but it just comes across very teenagery. It's just like, just introduce them. You don't have to do all that extra stuff.
Very performative.
Yeah, very performative.
Like this is how I feel, right? So let me give just a little backstory. And I'm sure all of us can agree to this, right? Let's say if you're meeting my ex-wife, let's say you are my new wife, I got an ex-wife. More times than not, I told you about them. Yeah. I gave you more intel about them. I told you about my marriage, probably how bad it was and how bad my ex-wife was, basically putting all the blame on them, right? So I feel like, keeping that in mind, David already have an image of Kody in his mind.
And Robyn.
Right? But let's just stick to Kody.
Yes.
He has an image of Kody in his mind that he is basically projecting, or he's trying to basically confirm what he's been told about Kody before he even met him. Right. Right? In my opinion, I don't think Kody felt any type of way when it came to basically like, oh, he turned red the minute he found out that I was babysitting Mykelti. Like, he was angry, like, basically.
Mykelti's kids.
Because it supports whatever story Christine tells them, right? Oh, when Christine put her head on me, oh, he got red again. I don't think so. When it comes to Christine and Kody, right, it is strictly enemies, right? I don't think it is a situation to where he wants her back. I don't think so. No, right? It's to the point where he is mad at Janelle because he said, you sided with Christine. Yeah. You gave your time to Christine. Yeah. So Christine is not someone that I am hurt over from losing. I see him being more hurt with Janelle. You get what I'm saying? Because number one, she was his workhorse. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's in bookkeeper, right? But when it comes to Christine, like, you are my enemy, especially since the way you left and how you're basically misrepresenting the marriage by Kody's words and things like that. Kody, you wasn't that nice to Christine, stop it, right? And Christine, you wasn't that much of a nice wife either. So, like, relax, right? so I feel like, truth be told, from my opinion, I feel like David was putting a little 20 on 5. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, Kody, like, we made him uncomfortable. But I feel like, David, you was uncomfortable because you was talking to Robyn. Yeah. You was making eye contact to Robyn, because at the end of the day, I no matter if I'm the bad husband or the good husband, I'm the ex-husband, right? And I feel like David was probably talking to Robyn because Robyn probably has an easier
disposition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To where I can keep eye contact with you and just glazed over at you. So I feel like in that position, David, there's no reason for you to hide that you was nervous. Listen, you meeting this woman's ex-wife. Ex-husband, especially coming out of a bad marriage, right? Yeah. But you still got to raise this man's kids as well. So there's got to be a partnership there. So I think David was more nervous and he was trying to look for tells just to say, well, Kody was probably angry and things like that. Trust me, he don't want Christine back. Mm-hmm. But he wants, now don't get it twisted, he wants Christine to be unhappy though.
Yeah.
Like he don't wish her happiness.
Absolutely.
like,
he wishes her the worst.
Oh yeah. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. Just because I don't want her back and you think I'm turning red because of all this, if I was turning red, it's not because I want her back. It's not because I'm jealous. It's because I really hate this girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't want nothing good for her. Right? Anything else you have to add to this episode? I actually feel like if you watched the episode and actually paid attention to the small details, it was actually a pretty good episode.
I thought it was pretty good. And I also felt like there was a lot going on this episode.
Yeah.
Like Janelle actually went to go talk to Meri. Mm-hmm. We got to see Meri be delusional. Then we got to see the family get together at the engagement party and get to see how people were interacting. So it's nice to see things happening within the episode, mm-hmm. and then also seeing what were people's internal thoughts and feelings as it was going on. Yeah. So I just feel like for the show to stay interesting, like keep having events and activities to where these people have to be around each other.
They have to be around each other.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it.
Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment. We'll be back next time. Y'all be good.
Bye.